On 28 October 2025, Autonomy reported that Russia's United Aircraft Corporation, UAC, and India's Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, signed a memorandum of understanding, or MOU, to collaboratively produce the Russian-designed Sukhoi Superjet 100, SJ-100 civilian aircraft within India. This agreement signifies an important phase in Indian civil aviation, representing the first comprehensive production of a passenger aircraft in India since HAL's Avro HS-748 project, which ended in 1988. Under the Memorandum of Understanding, HAL will retain the manufacturing rights for the SJ-100 aircraft designated for domestic airline clients, with the objective of improving regional connectivity as part of. The strategic imperatives underpinning this initiative are both industrial and geopolitical in nature. India aims not only to acquire aircraft capable of satisfying the anticipated demand for more than 200 regional jets over the forthcoming decade, but also to establish an industrial foundation for civil aviation manufacturing, a sector from which it has historically been absent. However, this initiative also aligns with a wider global strategic trend, namely the susceptibility of aviation supply chains to export restrictions and geopolitical influences, as demonstrated by China's recent regional jet experience. This analysis examines whether Russia can genuinely serve as a counterbalance to United States dominance and contribute to the democratization of aircraft manufacturing, or whether Moscow's restrictions on technology transfer and political influence will constrain the strategic independence sought by India. The HAL Russia SJ-100 initiative represents substantial progress for India's aviation industry. The SJ-100 is a twin-engine, narrow-body regional aircraft engineered for short-haul routes with a seating capacity of approximately 100 passengers. More than 200 SJ-100 aircraft, the previous version with foreign components, have been manufactured and are in operation with approximately 16 commercial airlines worldwide. Under the new agreement, HAL, India's leading aerospace public sector enterprise, will collaborate with UAC to assemble and manufacture these aircraft within India for domestic operators. Officials in New Delhi have characterized the agreement as both a transformative development for the UDAN Regional Connectivity Initiative and an important stride toward establishing a self-sufficient civil aviation manufacturing ecosystem. In remarks concerning the signing of the MOU, representatives from HAL and Russia emphasized mutual trust and the prospects for extensive industrial collaboration. This collaboration is set against the backdrop of India's enduring aspiration to establish indigenous expertise in aircraft manufacturing, a sector in which it has historically lagged for several decades. The SJ-100 project is conceived not merely as a procurement initiative, but as a comprehensive learning platform. Autonomy learns that India aims to initially import a limited number of fully assembled aircraft, acquire operational and regulatory expertise, validate certification and maintenance protocols, and subsequently expand gradually toward domestic production and component manufacturing. This phased approach offers essential practical experience prior to establishing costly localized supply chains and undertaking extensive technology transfer. Such an approach directly addresses India's concerns regarding critical technological reliance on foreign, particularly United States, technology. The central question is whether Russia's aerospace ecosystem can provide a more stable partnership than Western manufacturers integrated into United States-led export control regimes. Autonomy wants to point out, too, the importance of strategic autonomy in regional jet development is underscored by China's experience with its own regional jet program, the C-909, previously known as the ARJ-21. China's Commercial Aircraft Corporation has been manufacturing the C-909 as an indigenous regional aircraft with moderate success in recent years. Deliveries have established a domestic customer base, and initial operations in Southeast Asia indicate early expansion beyond China's borders. However, The C909 program highlights vulnerabilities inherent in dependence on supply chains that include critical American components, particularly engines and avionics systems. United States export controls, implemented amid heightened trade tensions, have posed risks to the supply of technologies such as GE Aerospace, CG-34 series engines and avionics from companies like Collins Aerospace and Honeywell. Even where restrictions have been temporarily adjusted, the fundamental lesson remains that reliance on United States technology exposes aircraft programs to geopolitical disruption. For a country like India, which seeks both aviation development and strategic autonomy, this experience demonstrates why simple assembly arrangements with Western-aligned manufacturers may be insufficient to achieve long-term sovereign industrial objectives. China's own efforts to mitigate these risks through accelerated domestic engine development illustrate how time-consuming and costly genuine autonomy can be. Alongside the Russian partnership, India has explored alternative avenues to expand regional jet capacity. In early January 2026, Adani Aerospace and Brazil's Embraer reached a preliminary agreement to establish local assembly of Embraer E-Jet family aircraft in India, including models such as the E-175. While this may satisfy short-term demand, it does not fundamentally resolve the issue of strategic reliance on United States regulated systems and certification frameworks. In contrast, the Russian SJ-100, particularly in its PD-8 engine configuration, offers a platform less entangled with United States export control mechanisms. The shift to the fully Russian PD-8 engine removes a critical channel of geopolitical risk and enables greater freedom in lifecycle support and system development. Nevertheless, the aircraft's mixed operational reputation and relative technological maturity raise valid questions for Indian airlines regarding efficiency, maintenance economics, and long-term competitiveness. Altitude Addicts feels that Russia's role as a counterbalance to United States aerospace dominance is therefore nuanced. While it offers fewer geopolitical constraints and greater production latitude, its civil aviation sector does not currently match Western competitors in technological advancement. Technology transfer remains selective, and advanced areas such as avionics, materials science, and digital systems are often closely protected. India thus stands at a strategic crossroads. The SJ-100 partnership can serve as a capability-building platform, helping India develop regulatory expertise, certification experience, and maintenance infrastructure. However, its success will depend on airline adoption, sustained investment, and integration into a broader national aerospace strategy. Ultimately, India's aviation future will depend on a pragmatic, multipolar approach. By leveraging Russian collaboration, while continuing engagement with Western partners and investing in domestic research and industry, India can gradually transition from licensed assembly to genuine design and manufacturing capability. If executed strategically, this approach may allow India to emerge as a resilient and globally integrated aerospace manufacturing hub in the decades ahead. If you liked the video, please subscribe, share, and like. Also, please take the membership of Altitude Addicts to encourage us.